was chirped to make that huge dispersion. That the technology that did that was not probably nature. It was, my bet is that it would be a technologist somewhere.
Okay. Have you ever tried to quantify the return? Assuming that you did hear from somebody, it seems like there may be, 2 or 3 major possibilities that we hear a message.
Cosmic dial tone.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So that's a proof of existence.
Have you tried to actually quantify what that would mean?
Right now, we look to our future, and it's at the end of our nose, and we don't necessarily see a long future for technological civilizations on this planet.
Yeah.
We see so many ways that it could go otherwise. I think a proof of existence that at least someone somewhere survived their technical infancy is a very valuable, but I can't quantify.
It seems like an interesting thought experiment, though, just to figure out how you would attach a value to that. You'd have to kind of start with cultural awareness, and it probably would be a very long-term reformulation of the way people on Earth think about the future.
So what is the Darwin Revolution or the Copernican Revolution? What are they worth in terms of dollars?
There definitely, I think, was some impact between, Darwin's work and Watson and Crick, which, might have accelerated our progress into biotechnology and understanding of genetics, which in fact should be quite quantifiable. The benefits we're going to get through modern medicines, genetic treatments, et cetera, et cetera. That one seems more tangible almost than the Copernican one. Although the Copernican one, I think, probably accelerated our understanding of astronomy to the point where we had a clearer view of things like our planet, how it worked, leading to space flight.
So what's the value of holding up a mirror and showing the Earth as a planet with one species on it, that species being intrinsically different than the species you just got the dial tone from?
I would hope that would be more of a political impact. Because, in fact, all the really tough problems we're facing right now are planetary problems. Just look at things like the environmental crisis, and you have different countries, with different levels of economic growth, different levels of carbon emissions, trying to agree on things, and, just the huge inequities of food production, water, et cetera, has a lot to do with national boundaries and identities,
So I think we're back to sort of the credit card commercial, which is cell phone communication, certain amount of dollars. Bioengineering, another amount of dollars. A future for the planet, priceless.
Oh, totally. So do you think people, as we recognize them, will exist in 10,000 years?
As we recognize them, yeah, I think they would be recognizable. I don't think they're going to be like us.
You mean you would actually recognize, oh, that was, my descendant?
In the sense that because of the imagination, because of the world of possibilities, we've had a lot of science fiction opportunity to think into the future and to think about alternate evolutions, alternate opportunities. And in that sense, I think we haven't written yet anything that we can't imagine. And so I think that what might happen is probably imaginable.
One of the things that always really kind of captured my imagination is the idea of intelligent machines.
Yes.
And what that's going to mean to humanity. Whether we both end up diversifying to where there's, just this, rather than black or white, there's a very smooth combination of every imaginable, pure mechanicals, pure biologicals, and almost every level of combination in between the two.
Why would you keep the pure biologicals around? They think really slow.
First of all, life in general tends to diversify, given every opportunity, which right off the bat, if we achieve, let's say, mechanical intelligence or AI, that there's no reason why I see that would be a homogeneous Borg-like intelligence. Why wouldn't it diversify every bit as much? Probably more so. It will have an easier opportunity to diversify. So we have radically different mechanical intelligences with radically different motivations behind it.
It's the slow thinking speed of the humans relative to the mechanicals that makes me wonder whether, in fact, they won't be either so reduced in number that a small glitch, a fluctuation, can mean the end of them, or whether they won't be purposefully eliminated or choose to eliminate themselves.
So trying to imagine, what humanity is going to do. Maybe the concept of humanity will be totally outdated too, where again there's a huge diversity of different sentient species, and but we were their progenitors.
I think we would still recognize them.
Okay, you mean in terms of the way they think, the way they look?
The fact that this definition that we don't currently have of life,
Yeah.
right? We will still see them as having lots of attributes of life, which we can't well define now, but we think we know what it is.
Oh, well, I guess what I was asking, so I could easily imagine these things being strange in form. It could be an intelligent puddle that thinks in an entirely alien way, and I might just as well conclude it's an intelligent alien, as it was a descendant of humanity. Yeah, so I will contend that probably we are more similar to a fruit fly than these descendants will be to us currently.
And a fruit fly doesn't recognize us, but we do recognize a fruit fly, and we can appreciate the...
Oh, that's interesting. So they'll recognize us as their progenitors. We won't recognize them as our
That could be a
descendants.
possibility.